All right, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another live stream. Your driver Mike here, looking a little different on this Sunday morning. Welcome to another live stream here. So we're having some technical difficulties, and for some reason I am just on audio, but that is okay because the Google Hangouts, the video is working on Aaron's end. Guys, we have Aaron, your personal driver, here in the live stream.
Can you hear me? Am I like a thing?
We can hear you, Aaron. You're live right now.
Am I on the screen? Hey.
There you are.
At least somebody's working, I guess. That's good. Hey, say hi, Johnny.
Hi.
My son's back here. My other kid's sleeping, and so is my wife. So Johnny's going to be dancing in the back, I guess, while during this interview.
All right. Well, hey, it's a dual live stream. So today, guys, we're talking about money. We're following the money today, where it's at in the app world, let's say. We're talking about Uber, Lyft, Amazon Flex, Bitcoin, and Aaron's going to lend his expertise on a new Steemit app that's kind of garnering some momentum here. So, Aaron, the first thing I want to ask you is, we're talking about all these different apps for earnings. Where is the trend going? I mean, it's always been in the past. If you think about these, on-demand systems, it's been Uber, it's been Lyft, but really no one else. In the past couple of years, though, there's been so many more competitors coming out. Where do you think the attention is going kind of in this on-demand? Who's catching on fire? Who's getting a lot of the demand and the popularity recently?
Well, whoever has the most money, whoever's giving. I think that a lot of people are switching over to Lyft right now. That's the big problem for Uber. Because Uber's had a lot of bad press. Hey, can you cover your mouth when you cough, dude? But if you're gonna ask me what the best app is, I think it's gonna be Amazon Flex and Caviar. Sorry, I'm doing this.
And Aaron, I try to sign up for Caviar. Unfortunately, they're not down here in San Diego.
Oh, that sucks. I love Caviar. The reason I like Caviar is because it's very friendly to the driver. Because every pickup you get, it shows you where the pickup in the restaurant is and where the drop-off is, and you get the pricing of what you're going to get paid out beforehand. So if it comes up, it's $3, you can ignore it, or you can take it if you want $3. Or if it's going in a direction you don't want to go, you just ignore it and it goes to the next person. That's why I love Caviar so much. So I don't take Caviar delivery. It's less than $10 usually.
I saw some of your live streams there. We were you were talking about Caviar, and kind of that's a good benefit to have to know what the kind of order is going to pay you ahead of time. So let's talk about kind of the difference between different apps at different times of the day. Do you kind of, because I saw you did a live stream, at night, and then you did a live stream, the next kind of day. Do you change the apps that you use based on time of day? And does the demand shift from one app to other apps based on the time of day?
No, I run all my apps at the same time.
Okay.
I just don't. I don't log into. Johnny, can you go sit down, buddy? Kid's running the live stream.
It's all good.
He's cute though, so he adds benefits to the live stream if you can ignore the loudness. That's my view of kids, by the way. Anyway, so I run all the apps at the same time, and I do whatever pays me the most at that particular moment. So I don't, in the Bay Area, I don't do Uber and Lyft unless there's a surge or a prime time. Because here in the Bay Area, it's only 92 cents a mile.
Yeah.
So Caviar and Postmates both pay. Postmates and Caviar both pay more per mile than Uber and Lyft do here in the Bay Area. So Caviar pays $1.15 a mile. So why would I take a Lyft rider for 93 cents a mile when I just go pick up food and you go drop it off for $1.15 a mile? I'm going to get paid more.
Yeah, definitely. And go ahead.
All apps surge, or they call it different. Like Postmates call it Blitz. Lyft calls it prime time, but it's surge. It's just they want to keep it in-house, the terms in-house and stuff like that.
And something interesting we both kind of experienced, Aaron, is we both came from markets where there was a decent amount of surge. Pittsburgh had surged pretty big, And then kind of the Seattle area, I was, watching your live streams. I know that, the per rate per mile was higher, but there was still some
so
surge.
much higher.
Yeah, and
it was easy mode. You just got in your car and you made money. It ranged depending on what part of the city you were in, from $1.32 a mile all the way up to $1.60 a mile.
Yeah.
And when you're doing $1.60, think about that. So here it's 93 cents. That's almost a 200% primetime ride every ride.
Exactly. Yep.
So I didn't do any food delivery in Seattle. I'm not going to drive for $1.15 if I'm making $1.60. That's stupid.
Yeah. And I remember you mentioned on one of the streams is that, we really have to re-strategize in the California market because, there really isn't much surge of prime time. Down here in San Diego, I see Lyft having more prime time than anything. I mean, Uber surge is pretty rare. And even on New Year's, when I was out there, it wasn't as high as I thought it would be. So, I mean, this is kind of why we're talking about different apps today, because if you're in a market that doesn't have exceptional surge in prime time, you do have to rely on different apps. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. So you have to. It makes more sense. So I'm going to share a tip with you guys right now live because
pro tip live. Let's go.
One of my best features in my life is that I'm a very stable genius. So I'm going to share some of that stable geniusness with you guys right now. So you go to uber.com fare estimator and you pick any address, doesn't matter. And you pick any destination, it doesn't matter. And then it'll show here like all the different rates. So you find out what you're doing, right? Like UberX, right. You go click on this little question mark and it'll tell you all the information you need to know, like the minimum fare, which is right here, per minute. Actually, 22 cents a minute, it's pretty good. So that's pretty awesome. And then per mile is $1.21. So in this particular area of San Francisco, it's $1.21. But look, watch this. If you Berkeley, this is where I live. I'm on the East Bay. That goes down. Where's UberX? That goes down to 91 cents a mile and $1.15 a minute. So right. Every time you're in a different market or a different city, you have to turn on your rider app and figure out what's going on. And pool's even worse. So definitely. If you take a pool, you're a moron because now you're making 81 cents a minute. So just let some other idiot take pool, and then you make more money on there. So it's the same thing with Lyft. Lyft will do the same thing for you. See? So let's go UC Berkeley to SFO, and it'll do the same thing. See? Oh, Lyft line. That sounds good. Oops. Wrong button. But it usually... Yeah, so it usually tells you what the pickup fare is, the per mile and per minute, stuff like that. So definitely. You have to have either these websites bookmarked on your phone, or you have to have the whoa, that's gonna be forever. I didn't even do that. Whoa, that's super cool though. Okay, woo, that was fun. Or you have to have the driver app on your phone and just go check it out. So when I'm at home in the East Bay, I don't turn on Uber. I don't turn on Lyft unless there's a prime time because I have Postmates and Caviar that both pay $1.15 a mile. But if I go over the bridge and I'm in San Francisco now, right? Yeah, I'll take any ride because everything pays the same now. Does that make sense?
It does. And welcome to California, by the way.
Hey, yeah, cheers. Stay need caffeine all the time.
You can't see it over here, guys, but we have some coffee as well. Unfortunately, again, we're having some technical difficulties. Who knows why, but hey, let's say hey to some of you guys in the live chat right now. We got some familiar faces. Simon NC, welcome. Kenneth Cooper in the live stream, in the live chat as well right now. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining. Francisco in the live chat as well. Right now, we have 15 people in the live chat. We're talking about where the money is going. 2018, what apps should you be driving? Just Uber and Lyft? Well, there's so many other apps. And Aaron, let me ask you, an app that I really liked late last year and going into this year, in part because, like those food delivery runs, you can just drive and enjoy the drive however you'd like, is Amazon Flex. Do they have Amazon Flex up there, and have you looked into it?
They do, and I'm in the waiting list. It's just there's not enough space for it,
Yeah.
The cool thing about Amazon Flex is they don't onboard everybody. It's not, Uber will just onboard as many people as they can. They don't care,
That they will.
If they can qualify you, they can get you on board and they'll get you driving that same day if they can. But Amazon Flex keeps it more moderate, right? So there's a wait list, and not everyone can do it at all times. And so you stay busy when you're logged into the Amazon Flex thing. But yeah, I'm gonna jump on Amazon Flex as soon as I can. I'm all about that, man. It's
nice.
From what I hear, it's great.
Yeah, guys, I'm loving Amazon Flex. I've done a few grocery deliveries, which I really recommend. If you can sign up for Amazon Flex, do so. Not in a ton of markets, but they just introduced instant offers. So if you turn on instant offers, if you're available in that immediate moment, they'll send you instant offers instead of having to go through their calendar scheduling and scheduling a block. But the standard pay for Amazon Flex is $18 per hour plus tips. And I got a $20 cash tip on Amazon Flex. And I averaged for a 4-block hour, I think it was maybe $30-some an hour. I believe I did about 170 for, a certain, I can't remember the block of hours. We did a post on it on Twitter, but the earnings were very, very good on Amazon Flex. So definitely recommend signing up for it.
Well, on Caviar, I'm pushing $20 to $25 an hour.
Nice.
The thing though, I hate calculating any kind of earnings for when you're using a car per hour, because it's deceiving, right? It's I'd rather sit in my car and not take a ride than drive for a low rate where I lose money.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Because I know we talked about this on our last live stream, but like, let's take $1. Let's say you make $1 a mile because it's easy math, right? Well, between like 15 and 25% of that off the top is going to go to the IRS because you got to pay money. Now, I know you got deductions and there's like tax loopholes and blah, 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 blah. So you can lower that overall. But generally speaking, you pay as a company between 15 and 25% taxes. Unless you're like a billionaire company, then you don't pay any taxes, but that's a different story. Uber or Lyft takes 25% of that. So right off the bat, if you're driving for $1 a mile, I mean, almost half of your earnings are gone. 50 cents is just gone. It's gone to expenses and stuff like that, or before expenses. And then it costs money to operate your vehicle, right? So the average cost to drive a vehicle in the United States is like 54 cents, according to IRS. Yes, but that's not rideshare cars, right? You have more fuel efficient cars like Priuses, or even if you get in 30 miles per gallon because you have like a mid-sized car or something like that, you can lower that cost. But the average rideshare car is about 30 cents a mile to operate. So to drive 1 mile with a customer at $1 a mile, well, now you're making 20 cents.
Right.
20 cents a mile.
Yeah. Commission, taxes, your expenses. And that's kind of why I was the same boat as you with ride shares. I mean, the standard net per drivers, I've always said that net per driver take home should be at least 150, 180 would be great. But when I was driving when it surged in Pittsburgh, I mean, I wanted at least a 2X. I mean, that was really my minimum threshold at 105 a mile was the rate. And I needed at least a 2X. And I mean, like you, I would rather sit there and strategically wait than, turning those wheels, getting the miles on the car and the expenses and not making that much money. So yeah, I'm with you. Sometimes when I would drive, I would invest more time, but I would be happy with the earnings because, while I was sitting and waiting, I wasn't driving. The net take home for the day, I feel was pretty strong.
I would rather take one ride an hour, but that ride be profitable, than take 5 rides in an hour and lose money. Right.
And what I tell drivers is, do you want, net profits or do you want cash flow? Because if you want cash flow, then yes, you'll drive a lot of rides, you'll get some cash, but you're not getting a ton of net profit. Versus if you want net profit, yes, you need to be smart about it and make sure you don't have those lower profit rides.
Can you guys see my kid over here jamming out?
We can, yes. It's
so, well, the first thing you need to do is look at your operating costs. Every car is different. Every person's different. I mean, if you paid cash for like a subcompact car that's 5 years old, you can almost take any ride anywhere. There's no depreciation on that vehicle. It's already shot. A subcompact usually pretty good on gas. So I mean, it depends on what you're driving. If you're driving Uber Select, then your car is going to be every mile you put on it, that's valuable, right? Because that's going to kill you.
And hey, let's show some love to Sleeping Elephant, the $2 super chat. Aaron, I'll split that with you, okay?
Woo! Look at that already.
Hey, really appreciate it, Sleeping Elephant. Thanks so much. We have Uber girl Paula Monterey in here says, "What's up? What is going on?" Uber girl Paula. We have Rideshare 2K in the live stream is again. Rideshare 2K asks Aaron, any plans for driving on Super Bowl Sunday or Valentine's Day?
Yes, I don't really care about football if I'm being honest. So I'm a baseball fan. You can see there the San Francisco Giants. Hold on, my kid's in problems. So, but yes, I'm just going to drive during the Super Bowl because people will be delivering food to their house. I'll make a ton of Postmates. Hold on.
All right. So Aaron's going to do his thing here, guys. Thanks so much for joining. More and more people in the live stream. Right now, it looks like we have 16 people strong in this live stream. So let me know in the comments right now, what is your favorite app?
I got your chair for you in the kitchen.
Have you guys tried any of these
Sorry
apps?
about that, guys.
Amazon?
So yeah, Super Bowl. Let's talk about Super Bowl.
Yes.
Super Bowl is among the worst times for domestic violence. So if you have a little extra money, donate some money on Super Bowl Sunday to some kind of domestic violence
absolutely
nonprofit. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be driving, and I'm going to take a percentage of that and then donate it there because
that's awesome.
People get drunk and hurt their families on Super Bowl Sunday. But it's also the biggest food delivery day, and apps like Caviar, Postmates will surge. There are a lot of delivery apps, right? Like one is DoorDash, which is awesome. Here, go sit down, dude. He brought me chips. These are for me, guys. It's not just him because my son shares like he's a good kid. DoorDash is a good app because there's a default tip. So every time you order from DoorDash, there's a $3 tip that you automatically pay unless you go in physically and withdraw it. So one, a lot of people don't know about it, and two, people just lazy. They're like, whatever, I'll leave a tip in there.
Right.
So imagine if every ride that you got from Uber, the default was you got $3 tip. How much more money you'd make?
Yeah.
But DoorDash doesn't surge in the same way that, it's called Blitz because they have to be special. But Postmates will surge up to 3 times. So on Super Bowl Sunday, when I'm delivering food, I'm probably going to get, between like $2.50 and $3.60 a mile to deliver food on Super Bowl Sunday. So yes, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to make a ton of money, hopefully. And I hope those drunk football fans will go in their pocket and tip me too.
Well, hey, speaking of tips, I'm going to ask you a question about tips. Uber girl Paula, thanks for joining. She got a ping, has got to go. I appreciate you joining here. And talking about tips, Aaron, you kind of maybe just answered the question here, but what do you think, what have you seen has been the strongest apps for tips?
Lyft. There you go. Lyft. Traditionally, Lyft riders are younger. They're more tech savvy. And so there's a stereotype about millennials that they're cheap and that they don't tip and they're lazy and that kind of stuff. That's really not true. It's just that because of the economic situation for people under 45, they just make less money and things are too expensive, right? They don't have home ownership. They're taking internships out of college instead of jobs. Wages are depressed across the country right now. So they don't have a lot of money, but tech millennials, they got gold in their pocket, right? They got money. So the average person uses Uber because Uber is a brand. The analogy I always use is Kleenex. Kleenex isn't a product, it's a company. But you say, hey, do you have a Kleenex? Kleenex just sells tissue. People who use Lyft still call it an Uber. That's like I've called an Uber, even though they're using the Uber or Lyft app. So people who use Lyft tend to be younger and more tech savvy. And they got more money. And tipping has been a thing on Lyft since the beginning. So it's just second nature to them.
It is. And Aaron, you caught a hot streak last night, I believe, on some of your Lyft runs. You had about 3 or 4 in a row there.
Yeah, 5 tips in a row. That's unusual. I'd say 1 out of every 3 will leave $1. You'll get a good tip about 1 out of every 10.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 5 in a row, man. That's good.
All right, and jumping back here into the live chat, we had a question. I'm trying to find it again. Someone was asking why I don't do any vlogs when I'm driving. I believe I've tried to do that in the past. I think it goes through the YouTube gaming app. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was Android only. I have an iPhone, so I couldn't do it at the time. I don't know if they've changed that.
There are other apps you can use. I'll show you offline.
Good to know, guys. There we go. We may have some live streams there.
Actually, no, I don't want you taking my customers, so I'm not going to show you.
We'll have to make sure we don't live stream at the same time. And especially if I could I'd really enjoy live streaming Amazon Flex or something, because it is, it's just you in the car, but kind of a neat live stream to talk to you guys.
It's a lot harder to make live streams interesting when there's no other people in the car.
Yeah, you got to tell some stories or something.
Nice. Plus, it's a little awkward. You're just talking to yourself.
Yeah, that's if you remember when I drove cross country, those were 9-hour days, and we were just talking to everyone on the stream there. That was a fun one.
Let me answer this question.
Yeah, sure, go for it. And
after DoorDash.
Yeah, please do. I have not tried
Instacart.
Instacart.
I'm doing wrong because I'm a very stable genius, and I spelled doing. I'm doing cart after DoorDash is what I meant to say. So, but I didn't write doing. So that's awesome. So here in San Francisco area, the Bay Area, every app on earth is available. It's the center of the gig economy.
True that.
And so like once a month, I'm gonna do another app like this. Like right now, I'm doing Postmates. The last 3 weeks I just did Caviar. Next week or the week after that, I'm gonna do DoorDash. And then after that, I'm going to do Instacart. So I'll let you guys know if you want to follow me. Shameless promotion, #humblebrag. And then I'll let you know. Because I don't know. Instacart might be awesome and it might be terrible. But until I do it, I don't want to talk about it.
Sure. Well, hey, guys. Yeah, speaking of, if you haven't done so already, check out Aaron's channel. And Aaron, if you want to link it in the live chat, feel free. We'll post it in the description below as well.
Okay. I just want to talk to Made to Last. He says minimum fares suck. $3.25 ride. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on. Let me finish typing. I can't do two things at one time.
No problem. I got another question for you when you're done. Minimum
fare rides are awesome. Now, it can be frustrating if you're waiting for... Oh, it won't let me link a website in your chat.
Okay, I got you here.
So... minimum fares are amazing, and everyone should be happy to do minimum fare rides. So I have a friend that he doesn't like to be online, so he asked me not to show his earnings and stuff like that. But he specializes in short rides. The city he lives in is really small and compact. So there's a downtown area, there's a college area, there's a bar area, and then there's it's rural after that. There's nothing after that. Like the college is the city, right?
Right.
And he'll do between around 40 to 50 rides a day. Almost all of them are minimum fares, and he clears $2,000 a week because of the surge and the stuff like that. He always hits his power driver bonus on Lyft, and he can generally get some Quest on Uber because he's driving 1 mile. So if you drive 1 mile and the minimum fare, like he said, is $3.25, that is $3.25 per mile you're driving.
Exactly.
So people hate on the minimum fares, but I love minimum fares. I'll drive half a mile and I'll take my $3.25 and I'll put it in my pocket and then I'll go to the next thing. Because remember, it's not how much time, it's not per hour. You're not making money per hour. It's per mile. So the only way to make more money is to increase how much you're making in a window.
Yeah.
So
and
I get it. If you drive 10 miles to go pick that person up, well, it's not a 1 mile ride. It's an 11-mile ride. But that's your fault. Don't drive 10 miles to go pick somebody up.
No, absolutely. And I would find that those minimum fares would really be beneficial downtown, right in the center of downtown, or in the bar area at the time, because passengers would take a minimum fare a couple blocks away because they already lived in the bar area. Then I could just shuttle right back into the immediate area. I immediately get another ride.
Yeah.
So I want to, yes.
I mean, it's actually worse to just barely get over the minimum fare ride, right? So if you have to go an extra mile and then you make $4 instead of $3.25, that sucks. That last mile is only 75 cents.
Right. So we were talking about different apps that you are using that you're going to be trying Instacart. I wanted to ask you about balance. How do you balance when you're on the road with everything maybe being online, or how do you choose which ones to be online, offline, or how you structure your day? How do you manage the whole balance of everything?
Patience, man. Okay. First off, don't ever take a stacked ride. Don't take a stacked ride. I say this all the time. No one believes me. Sometimes I forget myself when I am working. You got to log out of every time. If you take an Uber ride, click on the top left-hand side of your screen and go to the, like the way bill or whatever that has everything like that. At the very bottom, it says accept no more rides or log out, depending on your version. Click on that so you don't get any more stacked rides. So there's a couple reasons why that's really important. And the first is Uber and Lyft do upfront pricing, which means you don't make a percentage of what Uber or Lyft makes. You make a flat fee. So Uber could be charging $10 a mile to the customer, but you are still going to get paid your regular fare. So that's why you don't want to take a stacked ride. You want to finish the ride and look at your app and to see if there's surge or not.
Exactly.
If there's no surge, okay. But if there is surge and you don't know it because you're in the middle of a ride, you could get no surge or a reduced surge. So you gotta end your stacked rides. And the last reason for that is you're always online when you have a customer in the car and you don't turn off your stacked rides. So the way it works is when you're just sitting in a parking lot or on the side of the road waiting for a ride, the algorithm of Uber has 2 open spots for you, one for an immediate rider and one for the stacked rider. When you pick up a ride, there's still 1 open slot for you. So every driver on the road that doesn't have a rider counts as 2 open spots. And then every driver on the road with a customer who doesn't turn off their stacked rides has 1 open slot. That's why the surge and prime time is depressed so much. So you got to end that ride so that way when you have a driver in your car, there are 0 open available slots. And that extends surge for longer periods of time. And it will make it go higher because of the way the algorithm works. So you have to turn off the stack rides. You have to turn the stack rides. And then when you drop someone off, just take a deep breath, collect yourself, check to see if there's surge, check to see if there's prime time, check to see if there's blitz if you're doing Postmates or whatever the app calls it. Turn all your stuff off and look at distance to customer and how much it's going to cost per minute or per mile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Confusing at first because you have 5 apps, each with a different price tag, each with a different, ping, incoming ping and stuff like that. But if you take a deep breath, you pull over and you take that extra 30 seconds, you're going to increase how much money you make.
Yep, exactly.
You're going to stop taking non-surge rides. You're going to stop taking non-prime time rides, and you're going to over time make more money and work. I like to say work smarter, not harder, because the old school taxi way of thinking is just get rides. It doesn't matter where they're going. It doesn't just ride. Always have someone in your cab. If you're on your way to pick somebody else up and someone flags you down, screw that other customer. Get this customer in your car.
True. Yeah.
Ride. But it's not the way the gig economy works. It's not the way you own the car. So every mile you put on that, you're killing yourself.
Yeah, I hear you. It is patience. I mean, even when I would just do Uber and Lyft, I would do. We need to repeat this, guys. By the way, that one point we definitely need to repeat. It's so important. Remember this, like Aaron just said. Don't take those stacked rides because if you take that, you're automatically on your next ride. Versus you log out and then you check the app. There's been so many times where I would get a stacked ride and I wouldn't take it because I would check the Lyft app or I would check the Uber app. And there's a 3.2 whenever the stacked ride, who knows what that is? Yes, log out, check your apps, Uber, Lyft, all the other ones that you're working that night. Because there could be, again, it's why wouldn't you take that higher surge or whatever it is, the blitz, whatever the ride? Why wouldn't you take that versus just automatically accepting the stacked ride? It's a perfect advice. Yes. Now, so Aaron, go ahead.
Say this, if you're running an app like Maestro, and there's some other now like Maestro competitors, that's a little different because that's filtering the rides for you. So by not turning off your stacked rides, you're still hurting Surge because it's still an open slot for the algorithm. But Maestro will filter the ride still. So if you have an incoming ride that isn't a 1.5 Surge, then Maestro won't accept that one for you.
Right. So, hey, let me ask you about something that you were helping to maybe pioneer in this space. And I was looking to you for some education on this subject. I know you're passionate about this subject. This is going to be fun to talk about. So, Aaron, is this still a viable source of income? This is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
That's a trick question. Okay, so what Bitcoin is online money. So if people don't understand what that means, think of it like frequent flyer miles. It's not money that you physically have, but it has value because you can exchange it for things. With frequent flyer miles, you can get an upgraded seat, but you can also buy other things with it, or you can ask for cash, or you can pay your credit card with it. So it's not fiat currency. I mean, like the government doesn't issue frequent flyer miles, but
Right.
your frequent flyer miles have value because you can obtain goods and services with it, right? That's what Bitcoin is. So if you have Bitcoin, you can buy things and stuffs with it. Like
Yes.
people buy houses with Bitcoin. People buy gift cards to Walmart with Bitcoin. So yes, always having Bitcoin means you always have value. What I think you're talking about is it more like an investment.
Investment, yes.
So if you buy a $10 worth of Bitcoin today, tomorrow is it going to be worth $20, or tomorrow is it going to be worth 2 cents? Okay. So I think all gig economy workers should have cryptocurrencies in some fashion. The reason for that is, and the reason I like Bitcoin specifically is all the money in the United States that the United States issues, when you add it up, we have no idea what that number is. The Fed
Correct,
doesn't
yeah.
know how much US dollar is in out there. But what we do know is there's inflation every year. There's a 2%, generally speaking, sometimes less, sometimes more, inflation every year. Meaning, if you have $10 right now in your hand and you put it in your mattress, and you're like, I'm going to save this $10 and I'm not going to spend it till next year. Well, 1 year goes by, that $10 is now worth $9.98.
Right,
You
exactly.
lose money. So what traditionally people with money have done is they stick it in a stock market, because stock market tends to appreciate in value, not depreciate in value. But if you're a gig economy worker, like you can't buy Amazon. Amazon stock right now is like $1,300. That's a week worth of earnings. So you can't buy Amazon. The barrier to entry is too high to get into the stock market. And you can't access that cash. Like I can't go into a store and say, I'll give you a 1/3 of my Amazon stock if you give me milk, because I need milk at the house. Like that's an impossible thing to do. But with Bitcoin, you can. So since it's a computer currency, you can give like 0.0000123 of a Bitcoin and buy like, milk, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, 1,400 right now, Aaron, for one share.
Yeah, well, you don't have to buy $1,400. You can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin.
I'm sorry,
Because it's just-
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't do it. Now, so that's why I like cryptocurrencies, is because first off, if you only have $10 to save, all you have to do is buy $10 of it.
Yep.
And generally speaking, it appreciates in value. So over time, your $10 next year will be worth, $10.50. This is my son's Porg. His name. Tell him what you named your Porg.
Acorn, Luke, Organa, Leia.
Yeah, he named him Acorn, Luke, Organa, Leia. So I don't know why he got Leia's last name first and her first name last, but that's what he decided to do. So that's Acorn. All right, buddy. Go sit down.
Yeah, let us know if there's any Star Wars fans in the live chat, guys. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the new one yet, but so okay, very good, very good. So
I'm gonna put one thing here.
please do. Yeah.
And if you are interested in saving money in small amounts, there's 2 apps that I really like. And if you go to my channel, # self-promotion, I have a couple videos on the Stash app and Robinhood app. I love the Stash app. Everyone in the gig economy should go to Stash and invest. You can invest as little as $5 a week. That's what I have it at. And what you do is you buy what's called an ETF. It's a mutual fund that buys a bunch of different companies, right? So if you buy this mutual fund, you're not for $5, you're getting a portion of all these different stocks, right?
Right.
So it allows you, when you're not making a lot of money, to save money up over time, just like Warren Buffett does. Only you don't have $10 million, and you have $10. So, I mean, that's my personal opinion on the Stash app. And then Robinhood app is nice because it's free stock buy. So you could buy and sell on the actual stock market, and there's zero fees. That's awesome. That was not available before they came out with that. Even E-Trade and these other online services, you still paid a fee for every stock transaction. So if you want to buy $100, Microsoft's about $100. I think it's like $93. If you have Robinhood, they don't charge you a fee. So that one stock of Microsoft is yours forever and always for free. And then if you need the money, you can sell it without transaction fee too.
All right. Well, today,
if you want more information on that, do you want me to put them right here? You can check out my channel. I go into much more detail on it, but those are very friendly gig economy apps that you can help to save money. And
that's awesome.
Also, I should say this: if you sign up with my referral code, you get $5 for free with Stash app, and you get one free stock. Robinhood will just give you a stock. It's a random stock, so you don't know what you're getting. But if you sign up with my code,
well, hey,
sometimes it's a $3 stock, sometimes it's Microsoft, sometimes it's Facebook. It's just
all right. Well, hey, Aaron, if you send me your referral code on Twitter, we'll get it posted in the live chat for everybody.
Okay.
Send that over to me. I'll post it in the live chat. So today, guys, we got about 15, 20 minutes left. Post your questions in the live chat right now. If you're watching this on the rebroadcast, firstly, right now, guys, we haven't done this yet. I need to ask you something. We haven't done this during the entire live stream. Right now, could you please leave a like on this live stream? If you're watching this in the rebroadcast, again, please hit the thumbs up like if you could. Shows us that you get value in this live stream here. And right now, post your questions because we only have about 15 to 20 minutes left. So post your questions in the live chat. It can be about anything that we're talking about today. We're talking money, Uber, Lyft, Amazon Flex, Bitcoin. Aaron, in the last couple 15 or so minutes here, let's talk about social media revenue. And for those that may be interested in whatever niche that they're in, Steemit and YouTube. Let's talk about the revenue possibilities there, if you could.
Okay. I was busy trying to text you something, but yeah, let's do this.
You can do that first. You can do that first if you'd like.
Okay. No, I'll just show right now because I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy. I should be your friend. You guys should be my friend. So let's go over here. So here is a screenshot of what my YouTube. Okay. So I have in 1 year, last year I had 100,000 views, a little over that, right? I have about 1,000 less than Driver Mike, 1.6. You total watch time in the last month is 204 minutes. So I know you guys are thinking, I bet you're rolling the dough, right? Well, I'm rolling in about $87 right now. So YouTube, yes, it pays me. Yes, it's around $100 a month at this level. Obviously, as the subscribers go up and the views go up, so too goes the revenue. Okay. Sure. So yep. I don't know what Driver Mike's back of the house end looks like, but that's what I'm making. Generally, it's every time you watch one of my videos and you watch one commercial, it's 1/4 of 1 cent is what I get paid. This is Steemit. It's just like Facebook or Twitter. You can click on trending here, say like photography, whatever. Look, people are taking pictures of stuff. You know, you want to learn about science. People post about science. But the thing about Steemit is, unlike Facebook or Twitter, the money they make, they pay out to the actual creator. See, like this guy right here posted this thing about this, whatever the heck this is. the next big stir around African origins. He's gotten paid $549 because he has that many likes.
In 3 days, it seems, right? In 3 days. Wow.
So I started doing this myself, and you can see here, no one liked this. I didn't make any money. 2 people liked this. I made 1 cent, right? So I'm kind of hurting here. But look at some of these other posts, like this one, my son's first birthday, where I talked about my son. You know, I made $9. Okay. I introduced my friend who is new to Steemit. I got $1.70 for this. This is one of my YouTube videos, $3, whatever. But look, I had a viral one hit down here where, see, I posted this video, what's it like to be an Uber driver? I made $80 in 6 days. So you look at that, $79, that's almost the same amount I make in 1 month on YouTube, which is incredible. Now, the cool thing about this is you don't also just have to be a creator. Like, this is a big video, so let's click on this, guys. If you're a good commenter, it's not going to load now because I'm on a live stream, right? Okay, here it goes. If you're a commenter and you comment frequently in forums, you also get paid out. So, like this guy, he posted this, whatever that is, and he got 13 cents for it. This guy got 10 cents for his. But some of them, I was really hoping that one of them would be here. You can make $100 to $200 on a comment if it's a good comment. See, like this guy made $50 on this comment, whatever the heck he's talking about right here. For whatever reason, people liked his comment so much that he got paid $50 to leave a comment on. Look at this. This block trades guy wrote all this junk. He got paid $119 to post on someone else's blog.
In 2 days. Wow.
In 2 days. So he made more money posting on this content in the comment section than I got paid in the entire month that I did YouTube for.
Aaron, firstly, thank you for showing me and everyone here Steemit. I think I'm going to look at signing up today. It looks really good. And guys, you don't have to be a creator like Aaron mentioned. You can simply be a part of the community.
I don't get referral bonuses for this. So all of you can sign up. It's free to sign up. And I don't get money. So I'm not promoting it like, because sometimes people are afraid, like I promote an app because there's a referral code, you know, and I'm trying to get extra money. And I do make money in Uber and Lyft referrals and stuff like that too. So it's a little disingenuous to say I only made $87 on YouTube because people sign up using my referral code. So it's a little bit more. But the actual content on YouTube is what I'm talking about when I say that. But I don't get a referral code for Steemit. It's free. Now, it takes a while to get accepted because since they're paying money, they want to verify you're an actual person.
Sure.
They don't want one person to have like 25 Steemit accounts and just, you know, basically steal money over all of those 20 accounts.
Right.
So it'll take a week to a month sometimes to get accepted because they want to make sure you're a real person and you're not just trying to scam or whatever.
Right. I like it. It looks great. I'm going to check it out today. Maybe sign up today. I was going to ask you for a referral code because I gladly would sign up if you had one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not. So don't worry about that. But yeah, so it's great. Think about this. This is what I say. Every time you tweet, you're adding value to Twitter. I mean, it might be like 0.000123 cents, but you're adding that to Twitter. Now, Twitter can advertise. Twitter can, you know, make business-to-business transactions because of your user base, right? But you don't make any money off of Twitter. Facebook, every time you post on Facebook, every picture you put there, every like whatever article that you're sharing, you're adding value to Facebook. And that you don't retain any of that value. They don't pay you anything to be on there. In addition, they have all of your spending habits, all of your personal information that they can sell to third parties. So Twitter and Facebook are making money off of you hand and fist, and you aren't making any of it, right? However, with Steemit, you know, they do retain about 25% of the money. They're honest about it. So the curating people make 25, and then everybody else makes 75. But imagine the billions of dollars that Uber and Lyft is making. Johnny, you gotta be quiet, buddy. And imagine if they took 75% of that and gave it back to Twitter users.
Sure.
How much money you'd make for being a Twitter person.
Yeah, right? I like it. Looks pretty interesting. And that's the first time I kind of checked it out. I saw it on your channel here. So I think I'm going to have to look into that today.
Yeah, and if you have any blog anywhere like WordPress, Facebook, MySpace, anything, it's easy. You just you still do that. Only you also post it on Steemit.
Yeah.
So I make YouTube videos, right? So I don't have to, I just repost the YouTube videos I make on YouTube onto Steemit and like basically double dip.
Sure, absolutely. All right, well, guys, hey, any other questions here as we wrap up the live stream? Let's jump back into the live chat here. Let's catch up with you guys. Kenneth was asking, what does the Caviar Drivers app look like?
Oh man, I can show you.
I think you have a.
I have a live stream.
Yeah, you had a live stream.
But I can show you too, since we're in the sharing mood. Give me a second, and I'll load that up. I was not prepared for this question beforehand. I love how my kid's just going crazy in the background. It adds so much to the live stream. Hold on, let me get the caviar.
I'm gonna put this link here for Robinhood into the live chat as well.
Yeah. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Let me find it. So no, I have all this stuff queued up because I wanted to be prepared for the stream, but I was not prepared for this question. So
they're keeping you on your toes.
They're keeping me on my toes.
So guys, while Aaron is doing that, I'm posting a link if you would like to sign up for Stash, and that is a referral code with Aaron. Feel free to use that if you would like. I'm posting that right now in the live chat.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't find it. I'll leave a comment on the replay of this video for you once I figure out where that Caviar app is. But on my live stream or on my channel, I did a review of Caviar and stuff like that, where I went through all that. So I hate to keep trying to promote my own channel, but here it is. Okay. So let's go over to the screen here in a second. Yes, bam, I found it. Okay.
All right.
Let's make this full screen. So this is the Caviar app. You can see I'm live streaming. That's me talking, blah, 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 blah. Over here, this button right here, that is the customer support, which is live. So unlike Uber and Lyft, if you have a problem and you click on this, you chat with an actual tech in real time. So you say, I hit the wrong button, the customer isn't there, whatever, the restaurant doesn't have spaghetti, whatever the thing is, and you'll talk with someone there. This is what it looks like. They text you, and then this is what's amazing. Look, they have the address of where you're picking up, the address of where you're dropping down, and how much they're going to pay you exact dollars, so you know exactly what you're making. So I'm picking up here, and I'm going to drop off here. And then it goes obviously to Google Maps or whatever. And let's see, I wanted to show this. So this is a problem I had with Caviar. I'll go back there and try to pause it so I can show you guys. So look, the food will not be ready for 15 to 20 minutes. Please advise. And then I get a response almost instantly from a live person. I'm sure it's a cut and copy response. Because they probably have these questions all night long. But this is an actual person that responded to me within seconds. And then if you watch the rest of the video, I talk back and forth with them. So you have 20 minutes to wait, and then you can cancel the ride. So yeah, that's the Caviar app. Quick and easy Caviar.
Right.
1, 2, 3. And
it's good to become familiar with so many apps, because again, if something happens, guys, on one of these apps, Uber or Lyft, if a tech issue causes one of those apps to go down, which it's done in the past, if one's slow, if your account is temporarily deactivated, maybe you forgot to do something, it's good to become familiar. Like myself, I signed up for Caviar, found out they weren't here in San Diego, but I don't need to rely on that because there's other apps. And then again, you can drive smarter by using the app that makes the most sense for you.
I tried to write Steemit.com in the chat and it wouldn't work. Kenneth Cooper was curious about it.
Let's see if I can send over the link here. There we go. All right, guys. So feel free to, yes, leave any other final questions here as we wrap up the live stream. I'm posting the link here for Steemit if you'd like to look into that as well.
Yeah, I think it's great. You just have to be patient because, like, you know, people are used to signing up on Facebook, and then it's instant. You just fill out like an email, and then you can post immediately. It's going to take a week or two because, first off, it's as it grows in popularity, the longer the wait is, and so it's new, and the backlog takes a while to get through, and then they verify that you're a person, and it's hard to pay a person in real life to verify thousands and thousands of accounts. That's why computers do it. So be patient. It took me 3 weeks to get on, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, the system looks good. All right. All right, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. Any other final questions? Or Aaron? Hey, Aaron, first of all, thank you for taking some time out of your day to be on the live stream. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I love it. I'm telling you, we should podcast this stuff. We should get a bunch of creators together on YouTube that do rideshare and do this like every Sunday.
Well, speaking of, guys, there's a something in the works right now. I'm not going to give away too much, but
inside information
for everyone on the live stream or the rebroadcast. There's some projects in the works that I think everyone's going to really benefit from. That will be, you know, kind of a forum of a lot of people in this space that you could possibly find in one place. So again, a lot of stuff in the works here, but maybe a little Easter egg spoiler coming here.
Nice. So Dano just asked, if a rider doesn't put in the destination until after the driver has arrived, will that eliminate the upfront pricing? No. However, if the driver changes the destination in the app, it will go back to the original per minute per mile, as long as that price does not exceed the upfront price or exceeds the upfront pricing. So what I mean by that is Uber wants to make money. So if you say I'm going to go from my house to across the street in the app, that's on upfront pricing. But if you change that to downtown LA, then it's going to recalculate at the normal amount. So if you want to be a good consumer, put in a short distance, get a pickup, and then put in the actual change in the app while you're in the car on the ride to a different location, and it will eliminate the upfront pricing.
All right, guys.
Does that answer your question, Dano? Thumbs up if I answered your question, Dano. I love the thumbs up. It's my favorite emoji.
Hey, speaking of, guys, on your way out, if you could leave a like on the live stream, we'd really appreciate it.
What did Acorn do, Johnny?
He actually farted and they
Tell YouTube what your stuffed animal did.
My baby farted on Nate's head.
He farted on Nate's head.
Yeah.
That's silly. Show him Acorn. All right.
I haven't even seen Star Wars, and I like that character.
Oh, dude, the Last Jedi is, I think, one of the best Star Wars movies. It's controversial because people didn't like it for some reason, but I think it's my third favorite. It's Empire for me. Empire because it expanded the universe. It's cliche now, but Luke, I Am Your Father was one of the biggest cinematic moments in the history of any cinema.
Absolutely,
that was bigger than Kobayashi at the end of The Usual Suspects. Spoiler alert, right? So you have to have Empire in there just for what it was in the movie making thing. And then New Hope or The Last Jedi for me, it's kind of in that second and third spot there. So yeah, I know that's controversial, but it's the truth. Hashtag truth.
All right. Well, hey, guys, we're going to let you go here. I do appreciate you watching the live stream. Again, Aaron, thanks for joining the live stream.
Yeah, no problem.
And guys, if you want to check out Aaron's channel, and as you can see, Aaron's an expert kind of talking about this on-demand space, looking at new things for you, as well as live streaming, live driver streams on the weekend. So we'll leave his channel in the description below on the rebroadcast. And that's it for today, guys. Yeah, I appreciate you watching. Aaron, any other final words?
No, I just if you're ever feeling like, man, I'm not making any money, then why you keep doing the same thing? I see it all the time in Facebook. Man, I've been logged in for an hour. I've only had one ride. Then get on some of these other apps, man.
Yeah.
Diversify. You don't have to just do Uber. Do Uber, do Lyft. If they have something else like Juno in your area, who knows? Maybe you only take one Juno ride a month, but that's income that you had that you didn't have before. So, yeah, man.
And guys,
last night, I only did one Caviar ride the whole night because Postmates was surging. But if I didn't have Postmates and Caviar, I wouldn't know that. Last week, I only took one Postmates because Caviar was offering all the bonuses. Go where the money's at. That is an amazing closing point because it makes sense. If you do one ride an hour on Uber, especially if that's a minimum ride, that's like $4. I mean, you're losing so much money just doing that. You do need to look at other apps and, guys, other systems as well. If you haven't signed up for Cargo, I know not everyone's a fan, but for those that see the value, it makes more money. It makes more money driving rideshare to sign up for Cargo. They just expanded into new markets with a $5.5 million funding round. We'll post a link to the video above in the rebroadcast here, but things like that, other things you can do to bring in more revenue while you're driving or what have you, so you can have some passive income. Let's imagine you're driving rideshare, right? You're using Cargo for additional income. You are posting videos or commenting on Steemit, maybe on YouTube. So you're getting money from 4 different streams at the same time. And that's the goal. Every driver should have Steemit. And just, if you have a cool customer, take a picture of the customer, upload it to Steemit with the little story. Like, Billy is going to Africa. He's going to build solar panels for underprivileged people. He's a cool guy. And maybe you'll make $3 or $4 bucks on Steemit on top of your ride. True. And you guys, you can never really predict when something's going to hit and go viral. If you share a great picture as well as an amazing story with you and your passenger, you never know. That could be shared around one local news outlet who forwards it on to their district CNN branch, and then it may just pop and go viral. You never know. So that's a great idea. Yeah. Like one video made $79 in 3 days. So, but yeah, 4 of my posts made nothing. So it's not like, you don't know. Put what you can out there and then get what you can get. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey guys, thanks again. We're going to end the live stream right there on that great point here. Thanks again to Aaron, your personal driver, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Oh, the baby's sleeping? Say goodbye quietly then. Everyone say a goodbye, a quiet goodbye, guys. Nate, say goodbye. Say goodbye, Nate. We have a baby invasion. All right, guys, we will see you next time. Aaron, again, thanks so much for joining the live stream. All right, guys, until next time, thanks so much for watching.